All right, so here I am shredding my squash. All right, shredding blade in there. Now, be very careful with that food processor. I'm losing things everywhere. Now, what I've got here is 2 cups of squash that's nice and shredded. We're just going to drop it in there. What I'm going to do now is take and put my blade back in there, my chopping blade, and I'm going to take 3 eggs. 1. It's French gourmet trick. French gourmet trick. Yep, that's what them French gourmets do. They learn how to eat eggshells and make people pay extra for it. Now, that's 2, and geez, I gotta go to that corridor blue school. Now, we're gonna blend up them eggs. Now, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna mix up my onions. Take out any large pieces because they'll tend to be the skin of the squash. And we're going to also show you over here, we've come to a boil while you were gone. I've turned off the heat, and this stuff is now going to sit there and cool. And we're going to get our frying pan ready. Now, I've got my 3 eggs. I'm going to put my 3 eggs in there. And I've got some cornmeal. I'm going to take me 1/4. Ooh, there's a currant. Delicious currants. 1/4 cup of cornmeal. And I'm going to mix that in there, and I'm going to take these biker mixer tools and get this all mixed up. We're going to take and we're going to add a little salt and pepper to taste. Well, I can't get the salt and pepper jar open, so you'll just imagine I can get the salt open. I think I use a little bit of salt. Look at the size of my salt shaker. A little salt and black pepper to taste. We're going to take a little bit more butter, get that in the pan. And now, take a look in this bowl. We have an absolutely outrageous mixture. This is squash latkes. Now, I'm just going to take and be a biker, and I'm just going to scoop some of this in that pan. Now, you at home don't want to use your fingers like this, most likely because people would say, yeah, I'm not eating something you cooked with your fingers. Now, while that sautés up and I jump out of frame to grab me some nice paper towel, boy, I got to get that stuff off my hand. We got to get another bowl out here. Now, we're going to take a bowl, and, oh boy, John, I got to run out of the frame. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Alright! I almost put this stuff away. This is my biscuit mix. Now, I'm going to take myself here 1 cup of biscuit mix. Yes, 1 cup of biscuit mix. Break the handle right off of that cup. 1 cup of biscuit mix. I got a bottle of beer here. All right, so I'm going to take 3/4 of a cup of beer. I'm going to throw that in there. I am going to take myself a nice big teaspoon of pepper, nice ground red pepper. I'm going to take a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to take a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'll make that a whole teaspoon.
And then could you take the bag out of the shop, please, sir? Thank you.
All right, so I'm having fun. I'm squashing them. And I'm going to mix this up. This is outrageous. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to say my spatula won't do, but my egg turner will. Ooh, look in that pan. Look in that pan. These are outrageous latkes. Now, we're going to take, and we may have to add a little bit more beer to this to get a nice, rich, creamy batter. Now, this is the batter that we are going to use to make our wonderful, wonderful, just keep adding a little bit of extra beer in there. Don't worry, I'm wearing an apron. Now, when we get a nice creamy batter that is somewhere a little thinner than pancake batter. And just look. Can you smell that? Can you smell that, John? Come on, can you smell that?
Yum, yum.
All right, they are delicious. Now, what we're gonna do when we get this nice and thinned up, we're gonna let this sit for a little while, and we're gonna let it meditate. And then while it meditates, we're gonna prepare ourselves some nice vegetable oil to deep fry our wonderful. And I'll get some kind of instrument here, yes sirree. Our wonderful, pulled that right out of the frame, didn't I? Our wonderful squash French fries. So, you sit back, you relax. When you come back, I will have fried us up some of these wonderful breaded beer. Oh, squash 'em, all right. All right, so let me show you some of the wonderful stuff. We'll start out down here in the magic oven with our wonderful nutty stuffed baked squash. This is fantastic. It's delicious. When you cut it open, it is outrageous on the inside. All you got to do is mix it together. It is beautiful. Now, there's latkes, and there are the fried fingers. Check out this address. Now, when you serve this, the latkes, you know how to serve that applesauce, sour cream, anything. When you serve this, I want you to take a look that the filling is mostly in one end. So you scrape it out of the peel and you mush it all together, and everybody gets an even shot at that fabulous, tasty, delicious stuff. Now, over here in my oil, they're frying up, but, you know, don't even look at them because I didn't make them perfect. You can make them perfect at home. I'll send you the recipe. All you got to do is write in and you will get a free set of recipes. So remember, mash up them, biker squash them. That's right. So come back next week when we're gonna ride safe, we're gonna eat hot, and we're, as always, gonna cook with fire!